So very good afternoon to one and all. Good afternoon, children. So welcome to the e-learning class. So today we are going to discuss about intermediate secondary economics, 8th chapter, foreign sector. In our previous class we discussed about the balance of trade and the balance of payment, and now in this topic, today's topic, children, we are going to discuss a very important topic from the examination point of view, that is role of international trade in Indian economy. Okay, so let us start, children. International trade. As already in my previous class I explained you that international trade plays a very important role for the economic development of the country. It is, we can also say, a vital role played by the international trade. And as Robertson also mentioned that international trade is an engine for growth. And in this one, children, we find that this international trade, it provides the urge to develop the knowledge and experience for the market development that takes place. So now, how this international trade is important for us, for the Indian economy, let us discuss one by one. These are the important features, children. Comparative cost advantage, market expansion, agricultural development, competition, trade policy, and foreign capital. So let us discuss, children, one by one. The first one is comparative cost advantage. Comparative cost advantage. So now this foreign trade, it helps us to produce. Foreign trade, it helps us to produce those commodities which are comparatively cheaper cost than others. It helps to produce those commodities or those goods which are cheaper than other, which are having cheaper cost than other. So here we find that when the goods are available, are produced at the what we call at cheaper to the other, we can find that it helps in the low cost of production. It helps in the low cost of production. What? Foreign trade. So India is also specialized in the production of these commodities in which it has comparative cost advantage. Comparative cost advantage. So what does it mean, children? Let us discuss, children, that it helps to produce those goods, children. Just imagine those days. Before 1991, we find that most of the goods are produced by the local companies, local producers, and they used to sell, children, those goods according to their own wish. But after the 1991, when liberalization and globalization policy was implemented, children, it was found that international level, the other countries, they entered in the country, in our India, with their own products, and they sold almost all the products at a very cheaper rates. So what happened? Due to that, what happened? We get, children, almost all the products at a cheaper rates. In before days, whatever the goods were produced, children, by our Indian companies, maybe the raw material or maybe some of the products to make that one, they used to import it from the other countries of the world at very heavy cost. But with the help of international trade, what happened? We are able to get all those facilities at very cheaper rate. When we get raw materials and the related products at a cheaper rate, it helps to get low cost of production. When cost of production is less, children, definitely, I think you remember, cost of production is playing a very important role in the deciding the price for the good. If cost of production is very less, we can find the price of the goods are also very less. Goods are available cheaper. So that is only, children. So India is experiencing now, children, this comparative cost advantage. We are able to get, children, this foreign trade, it is helping us to produce all those goods which are cheaper than other goods. And because of that, we find it is also help us to get low cost of production. And because of that, we can find that Indian markets are expanded. So this is first one, comparative cost advantage. Now, After the comparative cost advantage, we are having the next one, children, that is market expansion. So about the market expansion. So what is this market expansion? So the foreign trade, children, it increases the scope of the market. Increases the scope of the market because domestic demand and foreign demand for the product. So foreign trade, it increased the scope of the market. The scope of the market. Why it increases the scope of the market? Because of foreign and domestic demand. Because of foreign and domestic demand. What does it mean, foreign and domestic demand? So here we find, children, because of this foreign international trade, we find that our domestic products, now it entered into the world market, and because of some of the good products, these products get more demand. So that is a demand for the domestic product. These foreign products enter in our market because of international trade, and those foreign products are also having demand in our country. So we can say that it is helpful to us to increase the market. It is helpful to expand the market. So if the production of goods increases, average cost, the production price of the goods also declines. That already we discussed, children. So in this one, consumer, already I said you, consumer means we people. Consumer gets varieties of goods. Consumer gets varieties of goods because of international market. Before that, we were having only one or two goods, or where we can say that many producers, they used to play the monopoly act. The monopoly, what you call tricks, used to sell it high at a high prices. But now we find that as a consumer, when we enter into the market, we get varieties of product. We get varieties of products, children. So this is all possible because of international trade. So this is, children, the market expansion that we find, children, for this purpose, for in this one. Now, after this one, what is the third one? Agricultural development. Whether international trade is helpful in agricultural development? Yes. As we all know that agriculture, we call that agriculture is a backbone of Indian economy. Agriculture is a backbone of Indian economy. Since time immemorial, what we find, the two major exports were there for the country. That is, we used to export textiles and spices. These were the two major exports of India. But with the help of international trade, children, now we are able to export almost many products. What are the products that we are exporting, children, nowadays? We are able to export, children, number of products that are like rice, cotton already we did, children. Now fruits, spices already we mentioned, children. Different types of vegetables that India is cultivating, children. We are exporting more. How we are exporting more now? Because the international countries, they are showing much interest towards the Indian market. So we can say that because of international trade, our agriculture become more prosperous. It expanded a lot. So it is helpful for the agricultural development. Okay. Now, after the agricultural development, what is the next one, children? The next one, the role of international trade, children, that is competition. It is competition. Would you find the international trade, it increased, whether was it helpful for the increase in competition? Yes, children. So what we find, this international trade, it increased the competition. It completely, what happened? This trade competition in this one, international trade discouraged local monopolies. local monopoly. That means since a long time what the local producers, they used to exploit the people by keeping the heavy prices, children, because you know that they are the only sole producers, sole sellers of those goods. So now this international trade completely, children, it discouraged the local monopoly. So not only it discouraged the local monopoly, children, now we find that people are able to get, children, there is a good competition. Now this local monopoly, they are facing a competition, with the foreign sector now, with the foreign and the other domestic products. How? Now you are getting the doubt. Because now whatever they used to sell, children, before as a monopoly, under the monopoly, children, now those goods are made it available to the consumers either by the foreign trade people or by the other domestic people. Now they got the formula, now they are able to produce, children, more. So now it increases international trade completely, it increased, children, competition level among the producers. Now, after this one, children, the next one, children, we are having with us is trade policy. So, what is the trade policy that we find, children, because of this international trade? As already Robertson, what he explained, what is a trade? Trade is an engine of growth. So, in this trade policy, children, we find that since 1950, already you know, after the independence, since 1950 onwards, children, India is following the policy called as socialist policy. What is socialist policy? That everything should be under the control of the government. Private entrepreneurs, private industrialists, private people are not allowed. And it was not privatized. Everything was under the government. And for everything there should be a need to take the permission for the license, etc., etc. So, socialist government wanted to do everything from their own, and in this one they kept restrictions to children. Lot of restrictions were discussed in the Industrial Policy Resolution of 1948, 1956, 1991 also were discussed with children. Many restrictions were laid down by the government, children. Okay, then what happened? In 1991, India faced a severe economic crisis, and in that economic crisis it was a very burden for the India to pay all the debts. So at that time, which policy was introduced? You know very well, LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization. This policy was introduced in the country, and with this policy, children, it was found that LPG was introduced. LPG was introduced, and with this policy, children, GDP rate increased from 15% to 35%. GDP rate increased, children. So in this one we can find now people are able to get, children, both the quality product and quantity also good quality and good quantity, children, we can find now. It's a policy under the policy of Indian one. Now India is able to export to children the different products like engineering goods, textiles, precious stones, sugar, chemicals, fuels, etc. So this is, children, trade policy of India. 1950 socialist policy, where government kept everything under the control, kept so many restrictions, but because of that, number of problems we faced. 1991 LPG was introduced, GDP, because of that GDP increased, children, and now we are able to sell everything to the various countries of the world, and we are earning a very good growth. We are earning a very good percentage of growth. Now the last one is, children, foreign capital. You all know that foreign capital is playing a very important role, foreign investment. So India opened through globalization. You should remember, through globalization, India opened the doors through globalization process. Through the process of globalization, where we can find that the foreign people, now they started investing in the country, and with the help of that, many multinational corporations were set up. Already we discussed, children, in our globalization topic. Many multinational corporations were set up, and now what happened, children? What the government did under the privatization and under many things. Now government kept a more number of things under private. Like before, the power, electricity was under the government control, but now power is kept under the, now what they call MNCs, or private, it kept under the private people. Next, after the power, we are having fuel. Fuel also, before it was under the government, now it is under the MNC. Then electrical equipments. Then followed by electrical equipments under government, now it is under private. And then children, transport, privatization of transport sector. So these are all, children, we can say that the foreign capital, now MNCs and many foreign people, they are investing in our country. And now it is find that most of the areas, nearly 74, most of the firms, 74% of the equity shares are enjoying by the MNC. In some of the firms, it is 100% in some of the firms. That is what we find, that MNCs are completely spread. MNC is completely spread. Before it was 50, 51, then afterwards 74. Now we can find MNC are enjoying, children, nearly about 100% of the equity shares in the particular industry. So what we find that yes, international trade is helpful in the Indian economy. It is helpful to develop in all the aspects. With we are getting almost all the products at a very cheaper rate. It is helpful for the agriculture department, agriculture sector. It is helpful for the industrial sector. It is helpful for the foreign capital. It is helpful for the competition and market expansion. So I hope it is clear, and it is very important question, children, from your examination point of view. You have to refer it compulsorily, read the textbook and follow the material, children. By the time it's time to take to leave, children, thank you. I'll come up with the next class, children, that is about the foreign direct investment very soon. Thank you. Thank you one and all. Thank you, children.